Me. You read it. From me. I don't know, man.
Harris is on an Inception podcast within a podcast.
Yeah. This is next level podcast stuff. Oh, yeah. Nope, I forgot. Oh, my one friend actually has a podcast where he does like interview with random peoples and shit like that. And he asked me if I was interested in doing that, and I was like, I'll let you know. Cause he's like, I don't think that many. But I don't know about it because he does it at his house, you know? And I'm like, I don't know, bro.
Social networking COVID, you gotta push the podcast.
I know, like that's what I'm trying to figure out. I asked him how many people he had. He hadn't really answered, but like all the stuff that I've seen, like doesn't seem like a lot of people listen to it. Like the production quality is really good, but yeah, I don't know how many people listen to it. So
well, Cody is willing to risk your health to promote the podcast.
I mean, I would definitely risk my health if he's got a good amount of like if he's about our size, I would be fine with it, you know? But if he was like significantly smaller and he's like just doing it for fun, I still might do it, but I don't know that I would do it right now, you know? Like when things get better, I'm planning on doing it. I just don't know when or like if he's going to back out or whatever, you know? So yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Spread the meat. Sell the metal. All right. Here it comes. Need some silence. Welcome back to the place where everybody knows your name because we pay attention so closely to everything you say and understand your history perfectly all the time. Things happen in a way that make you feel safe and at home with those you love and cherish. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Anime Trap House. Today, Kyle has turned into a significantly more attractive man and prefer well. So let's go ahead and give ourselves
great. Good to be on the podcast. I'll try not to mess it up for everybody else who might have this opportunity.
That would have been fantastic.
I was worried that I was going to be the one to mess everything up.
No.
Oh, was that the thing I was supposed to turn on?
No, and make sure it's the correct microphone that's picking it up. He is my friend, but I don't know him. Okay.
Okay, that's rude. We know him. We talk to him all the time.
I don't know him.
All right, continue.
I've never drank soup out of this man's anal cavity. I don't know.
Technically, you type at me all the time.
I type at him all the time. I definitely, am aware of his life and existence, and he is aware of mine, but I don't know him. We're not that close, okay? We haven't exchanged slobber, okay?
Okay.
I don't know him.
I got a guest room, Harris. You're welcome to it.
Perfect.
All right. Well, welcome, Mr. Purdue. We're happy to have you here. I'm
definitely
sorry.
happy to have you here.
I'm sorry you like our stuff.
I'm sorry that you're here while the worst host is hosting as well.
It's true.
It gave me a reason to wear the Milky shirt.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
See?
I love that.
Everybody buy a Milky shirt.
Buy mommy's Milky shirt. Get that shit. Straight from the teeth.
All right, continue your shit.
Tattoo a nipple on the back of his head.
That's a stretch goal. That's a stretch goal.
That's a stretch goal.
That's a stretch goal.
Please don't get anything tattooed on your head, Harris.
I'll get a fucking tattoo of a nipple on the top of my head right there.
No.
Just right there.
I hate it.
Social media stuff, you already did it, right?
No.
Just go anywhere on the internet and just smash Anime Trap House. We're there. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Pornhub, YouTube soon. Hopefully at some point we'll be on YouTube.
Yeah, better fucking be Harris.
OnlyFans. We have a site, trapcastentertainment.com. Come there, see our stuff. Did I miss anything?
No, you're good, dude.
Okay, great. I'm so prepared. Today we done watched a movie from way back in the day, Ninja Scroll. And that's what we're gonna talk about today.
You don't got nothing else on it when it came out. Studio. You got nothing.
1993. That's
1993. That's when it came out. I know that's when it came out. The studio is Go Fuck Yourself, Cody.
Okay.
The voice actors are Cody Can Go Eat an Ass. I like to get my butt plugged by Cody.
Okay.
Cody, please climb out of my butthole while I'm producing and doing this.
Okay. Producing. He don't even know the difference between hosting and producing.
I don't know the difference. You know, I am producing. You are capturing the words that I am producing. Okay. So I guess maybe you're the producer, but I'm producing them. You know, who produces the producers? I don't know.
It's like the Court of Owls shit.
No, it's not. It's like the Watchmen shit. So yeah, this is what we watched. What do we think? Let's start with Purdue. What do you think about this?
I thought it was pretty good. I thought that 93 animation's not as good as it is today. But overall, it was pretty good, and there was a whole bunch of time I was just, hot damn, I want to hear what Cody says about this shit.
Not fucking me, huh? That's right.
No, Cody's more animated than you.
Wow.
Harris, listen, you gotta understand. This is why I don't ever join in on the who's the funniest thing. I don't need to be the funniest when I'm the best. You know. I don't have to be funny. I just am. All right.
Natural talent.
That's right. Fucking.
I don't want you here no more, Purdue. You don't understand it because you don't get it. All right. If you give Cody an inch, he will take the Grand fucking Canyon. All right. You can't give him anything.
Harris, I already knew this. That's why I never put myself.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. No one's going to admit that to you directly because the second they do, no one's going to hear the end of it. All right?
No, you're fucked now. You're fucked. So you liked it overall, Purdue? If you put it on our rating scale, dope or choke, where would you put it?
Oh, it'd definitely be a dope.
Okay. Would you give it the pinnacle, a dopest dope, or would you just leave it at a dope?
It's almost a dopest dope. It doesn't quite get there.
Okay. Okay. I feel it.
I have a few problems with it, but
yeah.
I don't know if you want me to voice them now or if you want me to voice them at the end.
I mean, either way. It's whatever. We keep it loosey-goosey here.
Yeah, you don't have to go into specifics about scenes, but just general things that you didn't like.
In general, I thought the fights were way too short.
Yeah.
For this anime.
100%. Most of them weren't even fights. Most of them were like,
Yeah, the first time I watched it, I didn't catch it, and when I started taking notes the second time, I was like, wait a second, they're missing something here. Trying to sneak under the radar.
Right. Like, we got these 7 fucking devils that you're gonna fight. 8. 8, sure. See, I don't even know because they just died instantly. Most of them happened from people you didn't even know. Like the string dude. He was supposed to be like fucking top tier shit, and then he got killed by Explosive Lady. And I was like, it wasn't even a fight.
Did you notice him and the Snake Lady and then the Poison bitch all had the same face/head?
Yeah, yeah. That's I I put that on the '90s thing though. Like everybody had the
You
same fucking
like when
head.
you're supposed to be like pretty, you have a very specific face, and that's
Right.
it. They don't
Oh,
deviate from that, you know.
for sure, dude. For sure.
They all looked like Bakugo from Bleach.
They really did. They all had
They
that fucking
do.
chin, that
Yeah.
super pointy long chin.
Yes.
Oh, I like it though. I fuck with the '90s stuff, you know.
All right, Cody, go ahead.
I say, you gonna direct your fucking question, or are you gonna sit there?
I
and
was
have an
waiting for you
awkward-
to be. I was waiting for you to be done talking because you talk so much.
Okay. I don't know, man. This was a tough one for me to give a rating. I liked the shit that was happening that was violent, but the rest of it was I don't know if I could chop it up to being '90s or if I should just say it was bad, you know? Like the plot, I thought the plot was so weird. There's like you start off and then there's a rape, and then a guy saves her, and then after that a dude's like, "Hey, you gotta help me," and then that's the whole fucking plot. I have no idea what happened after that.
And at the end, they kind of tried to shoehorn a love story in there for
Yeah.
2 scenes for no reason whatsoever.
No reason. It's I don't know. I don't know if that's a '90s thing. Is that a '90s thing, or is that just?
I would think that was a 90s thing.
I hope it is, because we don't.
I
see
think
it that
anime
bad.
has gotten way more specific since then.
Right.
So they were trying to appeal to every single person so they could make money.
Yeah, they're like, all right, what do we need to get everybody in here that's a grown up that has money? Let's get tits, blood, and we'll throw a love story in, some fights. You got your 7 or 8 bosses. Explosions happen, limbs get torn off. Fuck it, ship it. As a rating, I would give it. Like, there was a lot of cool shit to have. I'd give it a dope. I'd give it like a low dope, like nearing fucking nearing a choke.
Okay.
I was even a little fucked up. Like, it was Emily's birthday yesterday. We got a little fucked up, and I watched it then, and I still just was like, what is happening?
Oh, man. So I've watched this like 5 times now. I also realized that I watched this when I was younger and didn't know what it was called until I started watching it yesterday.
Okay.
It's like, oh yeah, I've seen this when I was younger and thought it was amazing, obviously because I was younger and it's titties and blood and all that shit,
Yeah.
But like the first time I watched it, dope is dope. Like, not when I was younger, I mean right now. When I watched it, I was like, this is fucking amazing. I love this. This is like the perfect level of, you don't need to explain anything to me. Just put me in the world and let shit happen. Right? The exposition was tough, obviously. Like, a lot of the stuff they were talking about, I was like, okay, I'm following it. I get it, but I don't need it,
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But it just, I can't watch it again.
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree with you on that front 100%. I wouldn't want to watch it again. But I did like a lot of the shit. Like,
oh yeah,
that first thing when that dude threw that stone guy threw his big ass sword.
Oh,
it was
tore
so
those people up.
fucking cool.
Oh, that's good. And that's like that's the first kill is important in
Right.
these kind of movies,
Yeah.
because they set the tone. Like, I'll never forget the first kill in Shoot 'Em Up with Clive Owen.
Yeah.
He fucking puts a carrot in a dude's mouth and says, "Eat your vegetables," and pushes the carrot through the back of his head.
Yep.
I was like, this movie's going to be amazing.
That's not possible. There's no way.
It doesn't matter. I was
There's
like,
no
this
way.
is where we're at.
There's no way.
But it told you everything you needed to know about this movie, right? About that movie. It's just over the top and nothing's going to make sense. In this one, it was like, yep, this thing just tore these people in half, and the blood rained down on their body,
Yeah, it was awesome.
because that's how it works, I guess. And yeah, I was like, here we are, great, perfect. But
Yeah, but that wasn't the first death in the movie.
no, the girl dying and all that. I'm talking about first, like, violent death. You know what I mean?
The electric guy killed that other dude.
Oh yeah, that was the first.
He electrocution lynched him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shit's real, dude.
Yeah, but that wasn't cool. I mean, it was cool. I don't know.
It was
It was
kinda
fine.
cool. It was kind
I'm
of
talking
cool.
about
I
the
liked
first
it.
real violent, bloody death. All right, the one that I was like, this is the tone I'm looking for. You
He's
know,
talking about the one that he wants to be
the
the
one
one that he
I want,
wants.
the one that I want the one to be the one is the
Right.
one that I'm
That's-
talking
That's the
about.
one. Okay. Yeah, you're the fuck. This is why you're the worst host,
This is
dude.
why I'm the worst. Good. I'm happy I'm the fucking worst. Plot.
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 Plot. Plot. Plot. Plot. Plot. Plot. Yeah. Plot.
I hate seeing him do it. I hate it so much.
Why you hate it? Why you
I don't
hate it?
know. I'm happy you can't see me doing it because I look just as stupid.
I try to get into it. All right. We open on a bridge with a samurai-looking ninja dude. By the way, this movie's called Ninja Scroll,
Mm-hmm.
and they keep calling these people ninjas.
Yeah.
These people are samurai.
Yeah.
Everything about them samurai, but they calling them ninja. I'm not with it.
Also,
I thought samurai had to work for a shogun to be samurai, or else they were ronin.
Yeah. Ronin, samurai, it's the same thing. It's the same idea, but they're not ninja.
I like Purdue being here because he called.
They're not ninja.
Harris, you're not as smart as you think you are. You fucking idiot.
I don't think I'm smart. I just say shit that I know. All right.
Here's a bigger question: where's the scroll?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Why did they call it Ninja Scroll? They never.
make
I
no
was
sense.
hoping the dude that saved the chick, right, like the main character. I was hoping he would have like the scroll, and that's why these people wanted to kill him. But there was literally never anything talked about a scroll ever.
No scroll. No. I don't know. It's definitely one of those titles that someone just kind of came up with, be like, this is going to be what it's called because it's simple and people will pick up on it.
Yeah.
It's catchy, which
Yeah.
it is. Ninja Scroll sounds cool. Nothing to do with ninja.
Not a
The
single
original
ninja thing.
screenplay was written on a scroll. Boom.
They were
Did you
Figured
make
it
that
out.
That was A1, dude. That's A1.
It sounded like you read
That
it.
sounded real.
Yeah,
That
it
sounded
I
sounded
real.
really did not have that written down. I'll send you my notes afterwards if you want to read them.
No, I'm saying it sounded like you Googled it and you're like, well,
Yeah.
it says here that they
It says
wrote
here
it
that
on a
they
scroll.
Wrote it on a scroll. Perfect. I love it. That's good. Fine. We open on a bridge with a Ronin slash ninja walking on it, and random cuts to sharp spears and people underneath the bridge. He's gonna have to pay the toll if he wants to get in this boy's hole.
That's right. Oh, okay.
He makes
Well-
short work. Go ahead.
What'd you think of Midget Iron Man?
Yeah. That's what I'm fucking. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Hell yeah.
I thought that was crazy to me. That was insanity. I wrote that he makes short work of these folks, especially short work of a short guy who jumps out of a fake body. This shit happened so quickly, I couldn't even understand what happened. Like,
yeah.
the people came out and he like stopped them, and then this dude puts his arm up and it has a hole in it and then shoots, but then he jumps out of his own body and he's got a gun.
And you
You know?
think I thought that was gonna be like a big part of this movie is like they're gonna have like these weird mechanical, I don't know, like fucking Iron Man people,
Nope.
and then that was the only
That was it.
fucking time. That was
Never
literally it.
again.
I feel like I've seen that somewhere too, but I don't know. I can't place where I saw that.
Yeah.
Everything in this movie is like that. Everything in this movie is like, I've seen this before and I don't know if it's from this movie or from something that this movie took from or something that was influenced by this movie, you know?
Yeah.
It's tough. This movie's like the Casablanca of like anime movies, you
It
know?
might have been an Afro Samurai.
It might have been.
Don't
Oh,
quote
yeah.
me on that.
No, there was a lot of like mechanical shit in Afro Samurai.
Did
Mhm.
you guys notice the John Woo style birds flying by?
Yeah, of course.
That's nice.
It was
Of course.
beautiful. That's where he got it from. John Woo
That's
stole
where he got it
from
from.
here. Yeah.
Right. It's tough. I don't know. I don't know what came first. I was like, do I spend time trying to understand what came first and later? I was like, I don't care.
Right.
I don't care. By the time I was thinking about doing that, it was already 4 watches in, and I was like, I can't do it again.
I don't know how that rice ball stayed together when he threw it in the air.
It's sticky rice. Is
Is
Cody's
it
made it
that
before?
sticky?
Yeah, it must be.
I've
It's
his
really,
never
is-
it's
had
really, it's really
That
fucking
was like
sticky.
that.
This dude actually uses super glue for his sticky rice.
Right. It's super glue. You know what I'm saying?
That was a man glue.
Man glue.
Man super glue.
Man glue.
He adds protein.
Yes. This guy is a mercenary with a heart of gold. That's it. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
Cut to rain, horses, and cliffs is spooky.
Spooky.
And then there is a dead ass looking woman walking through a dead ass village up to some live ass folks and tells them a plague killed everyone. But she was being controlled like a puppet.
Mm-hmm.
You missed the most important part, Harris.
Some
the dude
guy
fixing
yeah.
the roof has 9 goddamn kids.
Yeah. He's like, shit, that storm that just happened was so bad that my wife went into labor. It's like, yeah, what was that, number 7? He's like, no, 9.
Oh.
Like, she's like,
Yeah.
oh, you must really love your wife.
He's
No.
like, no, I like fucking. There's
like
a big
fucking.
difference, dude.
Well, there's no
Big
TV back then.
Right.
Video
Right.
games.
Yeah, like the only thing you have to
Like-
keep busy is like work and then fucking. So,
Yep.
you know, work sucks.
And-
So,
Yep. He's gotta fix his fucking roof and shit.
yeah, you should.
And
I
then
would.
he's gotta fix his roof, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, he should do self vasectomy because that's too many fucking kids.
That's a lot of kids. But he's probably got them working for him, you know?
Yeah,
Slave labor.
but
Right.
not until they're like 6, you know, or 5. Like,
I
what
don't
can
know,
a-
man.
what can a baby do?
I don't know.
What are you gonna have a baby do? You're gonna like fucking tape it to a stick and like make it grab shit?
Look, man, in the world where this shit's happening, I don't know.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, good point. One of the
I
kids
have no
did
idea
fucking.
what kids can do. Maybe you get rock fucking hard and you throw them and like use them to like hammer in nails and shit. I don't know. You just got like a baby by the leg and it's just rock fucking hard and you're just like beating in nails.
Or the baby
I
has
don't
the
know.
electric string and it could just kill all the fish in the river.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay. Okay. I got you. My bad.
I hope Harris doesn't have kids.
No, I don't ever want a child.
Like, I'm hungry. I want some fish. He just holds it
I
by
want
his
some-
leg.
Let's just fucking dip it in the water.
Yeah.
Babe, hand me that baby. I gotta hammer in this nail. I gotta hang some posters.
Give me
There you
baby
go.
number 3.
Right.
You don't even name him.
Don't even name them. That's what. No, it's just hammer baby. Just use them for what they're supposed to be. You know,
Hand me the hammer, baby.
hammy. You
Where
know?
do we leave fish, baby? Oh fuck, he's down by the river. Oh.
Fish baby. I don't like that.
Yep.
A ninja reports these events to his boss guy. It's very technical stuff. The ninja says he's going to investigate the dead ass village. During the ninja town hall, a woman appears named Kagero and is referred to as a poison taster and cuts off her hair to be like one of the boys.
But that fucking fake ass Mulan.
I put she gave herself a sweet Karen haircut,
Uh-oh.
and she looks like a more masculine Bakugo. Bleach.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, I don't like that.
Mm.
I don't like how real that is.
Mm. 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 As the ninja infiltrate the woods outside the village, they catch the fucking work. One gets electrocuted by a string, and a number of them get sliced in half by some giant double-sided sword.
Oh, it's so good.
Just
The animation
torn
for the
up.
sword and the blood, it was so 90s, and I fucking loved it.
I was
Like-
saying the blood rain was a
Yeah.
pretty good touch right there.
Yeah, it brought me back in the day, you know?
Mm-mm.
The blood rain was so good. And the
And
way it cut
The
through
sound,
people.
yeah, and the sound that it fucking made was so scary, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It
I
was
loved
so
it.
good.
Yeah, I really wish, that would have... we'll get to it.
The whole movie could have just been that guy. You
Just
know?
not
Like,
even that guy, just the blade spinning and going through people.
I don't know about that, but could have just
And
been
then-
that guy like terrorizing people, you know?
Yeah.
And then those other ninja guys went full automatic with their shurikens.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it didn't
In
do
the sh-
anything. They didn't hit anything. They,
No.
they
They destroyed a tree.
They're like this guy's behind this tree. Let's throw shuriken at this tree until it falls away so we can see him. Instead of
Yeah.
like, let's just jump
Just
to
move
another tree.
move to the left a little bit.
It's useless. The giant man monster thing throwing the sword is made out of some sort of rock that can't be cut. And then he takes the arms of the leader and just kind of like pulls them off of his body.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciated because I thought he was going to tear him in half. And I hate that shit because it's, like the human body couldn't do that.
Right.
Like the arms would come off before like the arms connecting to your chest do it.
Yeah.
Like it's cool. I love it. And if it happened, I would be like, oh, cool. But then on my fourth watch through, I'd be like, no, it's not.
No.
It's not how the body
Then he
works.
drank the blood like it was just a cup.
Yeah, dude. I
Harris
haven't.
impression is amazing.
That was fucked up. And like he didn't even like look at the arm. Like he was like staring at the girl. He was like,
Yeah. He was
huh?
like, you're
Like,
next.
wow, dude. Wow.
good.
I was like, this is pod racing.
This is
what
pod
I'm looking
racing.
for. He then chases down Kagero and then takes her back to his fuck den.
Oh, yep. You had to write it. I see the shame on your fucking face.
Well, I wrote it before I knew what was about to happen. I was like, after it happened, I'm like, oh, maybe I need to go back and rewrite this.
Because it's for real as fuck then, dude. It's not okay.
I wrote it's getting very Bill Cosby up in here.
Oh my god, so Bill Cosby. I'm pretty sure that's his dude's English name is Bill.
Oh no. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
The monster guy then undresses Kagero.
Hold on, do you not have anybody's name? Are we just gonna talk about everybody
we don't know his name right now.
Okay.
Okay. We find out at the end of this scene.
Okay, go ahead.
And it's just easier for me to think about this person and the person that fights later as two different people. Okay.
Boom, milky time is what I had written down.
Yep. he like undresses her and picks up her whole body and puts his whole mouth on her tit.
Yeah, that was gross.
Yeah. The way it was animated made me feel uncomfortable, and I was happy my kid was gone.
Yeah, and he just licks her everywhere.
He holds her up like a piece of fucking chicken, and then just starts like just licking her leg and her inner
whole
thigh,
side of her face.
Yeah, dude, I hated this.
Oh,
I hated it. I don't like it at all.
No,
like
this was not
it was
ideal.
Purdue who was like, "Hey, they're dropping milks out right away. You don't have your kids watch this shit." And then I watch it. I'm like, I don't want anybody to see me watching this, let alone my fucking kids.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm just watching fucking what Cosby did in his free time. I hate it.
Oh god.
Well, I could have been a dick and be like, "Hey, make sure you watch this in the
Yeah.
middle of your living room."
I was though. That's the thing. Everybody was outside, and I was scared they were gonna walk in.
You had to hide your tent.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
I had
no.
I had like the remote like sitting on the side of me, and I'm like, all right, as soon as somebody comes in, I'm fucking hitting home button.
Oh my
Getting out of
god.
this shit.
Some guy is also sitting in this den while this is happening and then asks for directions. The monster doesn't take kindly to this shit and gets hard. Rock fucking hard. The wandering samurai ninja Ronin guy is Jubi.
Jimmy.
And he says, "Wow, your skin's weird. You can't be hard everywhere." And I didn't like the way that
I didn't know what he
everywhere
was
was
trying
emphasized.
to imply. I didn't
Yeah,
even-
I was like, huh?
At first, I thought he was gonna hit him in the dick with that.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, me too.
I was like,
it was
oh.
yeah, it was weird the way that was put.
and then he stabs him in the eye, and I was like, okay, cool. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
And then him and Kagero run away. And the monster runs outside with one eye and gets called out by a pretty boy that calls him Tessai and says, "Don't go after them."
You don't know Jubei's name yet at this point.
You don't. You find out right after it. But I just wanted to say it.
I just wanted to do it.
I'm not consistent about when I use names or not, okay?
You're not at all. You're not
not.
at all. and it's
It
very
makes it
upsetting.
interesting. It makes it hard for you guys to follow me.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
And then a monk is sitting in the tree trying to get off.
Monk Roshi.
That's where that scene ends.
Yeah, that's real.
Kagero and Jubei introduce themselves to one another and go their separate ways, and Kagero falls over, clutching her body.
Yeah,
I
because
didn't
she
like this.
tries.
It made me
She
sad.
she tries to act hard, like, oh, it's whatever. I don't care that this dude was licking me like a piece of raw meat. It's whatever. He had my whole titty in his mouth. The whole
He had
thing.
his whole one titty in his mouth and
Whole
shit.
one titty, and then his nasty breath fucking licked my whole face. It's whatever though, it's fine. And then afterwards, she's like, "Oh, never mind. That shit kind of fucked me up, dude. He was about to Cosby the shit out of me."
I don't like that shit. We then cut to the boss guy from earlier just railing a lady. Just fucking.
Why was the scene in here? What was the point of this?
He's just giving it to her.
Oh man, yeah, he was.
I don't like that.
He's fucking going to town.
And then
the worst part is that he doesn't stop.
no.
Yeah. Well, he
stops for a second.
He paused for a second. He's like, "What are you doing here?" She's like, "Oh, everybody just got murdered." He's like, "All right," and then he just starts plugging again. I'm
starts
like, "Dude,
going again.
I wrote down Chamberlain doesn't even stop fucking because he only got one fuck to give.
right."
Apparently to that one chick.
This is his last one, dude.
Oh,
You murdered everybody? Oh yeah, it's not a big deal.
right.
Let me get it in some more.
It's
I'll
fine.
be back later.
just
Trying to blow her back out real quick. If everybody else is dead, I'm just gonna murder this bitch too. It's whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Kagero gives him the report that everyone's dead, and he's just plugging away. And then he's like, "Get back out there, watch what's going on."
This felt old. Like to have that in something just for no reason. It just felt
I feel like all right.
There wasn't.
Can I read into it? Can I read into it for a second?
Go ahead.
All right. So Kagero just like went through this whole very intense situation, right?
Mhm.
And then she's here and she's seeing this whole situation happening, right? Like it fucks with her a little bit. And also shows like later on we find out like she can't have those kind of relations with anyone without like killing them.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's more for like her development as a character because she was also like very uncomfortable while this is happening.
Yeah,
So
everybody would be uncomfortable if this was happening.
If you had to fucking explain it away, that's how I would understand that this is part of the story.
No.
But it didn't.
It didn't make sense.
Like
If you go to your boss and he's in his office and he's just railing a chick, you're gonna be like, "Hey, could you like just take a break?"
I don't know that I would.
Or
I'd be like,
you
"All right,
can
dude,
I come
whatever."
back in 5 minutes?
Yeah.
I'd be like, seconds."
Stop.
Fuck.
Next.
Yeah.
I called next.
Next.
I called next. You
How-
put a quarter on her back.
Yeah.
I got next.
Like a game of pool. Got it out.
Okay.
It's not good, but like that would be a totally different thing for you if you were just like sexually assaulted and you came into that, right? Like you'd have a whole
Hold your
different
hand up, be like, "Tag it."
feeling, like
Take it.
right. But yeah, so I understand why it was necessary, but it didn't need to go down like that. There was
No.
other ways to do that, you know.
Not at all.
Yeah, but I didn't get any of that. Like, I understand it after you read into it, but just watching it straight, I didn't take that. I was like, "Oh, this guy's kind of a dick."
Well, you know, you're not as smart as I am, you know. It's cool. It happens, you know. Like I just
only watched it twice. I didn't
some
watch
people-
it 5 times.
some people don't like read into those things immediately, you know. But
Right, because Harris is just so fucking smart, you know.
I'm just so fucking, you know, like I'm not gonna say that about myself, but I'll say it about myself.
This is
you know
why
what I'm
nobody
saying?
likes you.
This is
I'm
why
gonna go ahead
nobody
and say
likes
it. This is why nobody likes you.
I'm
Good.
gonna start writing Ninja Scroll fan fiction now.
Yeah, I got
Hell
it.
yeah,
You
dude.
know, like, you know,
He's gonna write the backstory of the chick that was getting railed in the
fucking
background.
railed. Tessai reverse Kool-Aid Man's Jubei,
Huh?
reaches into the wall and pulls him
Through it.
into
Okay.
the wall.
Gotcha.
Not through it, not all the way, but he
Right.
pulls him and then he fucking punches his face through it. This felt very obsessed. Like I
liked it.
like I get it. You scared him, right? Like you pulled him and he's like, I got your ass, and then punch him right in the face and shoot him out the other way. But why? And then he like curled up in a ball and like Sonic through it,
Yeah.
with his like sword in between his thing, which was really cool. But why?
It was really cool. It was really cool.
He had to make an entrance.
Why did all like fuck that wall in general? Yeah, it was
fuck
a
that
lot. I
wall.
just didn't understand. I was like, what? Okay, okay. Like the wall still held up after he pulled him through, and then broke through, and then anyway.
Well, the part before that, the horse ran by, and that's the only reason he was even close enough to the wall.
Yeah.
Like, how did he know that was gonna happen?
I
He's
would
like,
imagine.
I'm gonna send my horse.
Yeah.
And then I'll run really quick.
Right. So it's like he's intelligent, but like not enough.
No, I think that was just some anime shit. They're like, oh, there's just a random horse running. Don't get trampled. And then the dude knew. He could feel it.
He could feel the vibrations. He just and then Tessai just fucking wails on Jubei, like holds him up against like a stone pillar and just fucking giving it to him.
Yeah.
And
Gives him the business.
yeah, until the thing breaks, and then he throws Jubei across the way, and Jubei pulls his sword to his hand with string and tries to cut through his skin, and he can't. And then Tessai's skin is really starting to flake off because it's all hard, and he's all methed out. Like meth will do that to you. If you have rock hard skin, it'll tear it off.
Before that, Jubei's like, "Oh, okay, we're even now, right?" Like,
yeah,
he's
arguing with him, like, "Oh, we're cool now, right?
Like, we're fine, right?
You
Like
beat the crap out of me. I'm just gonna go now. Have a good one."
I made you blind in one eye, but yeah.
I made you blind in one eye and like
and I
denied you
stole
some
your
fuck.
fucking raw chicken.
Yeah. So like we're good, right? Like you fucking blew me through a wall and like fucked up my life. I'm puking up blood. We're good, right?
Yeah.
No.
He says, "No, I'm still getting my fuck today.
Yeah.
It's gonna be you."
It's gonna be your dead body.
Yeah.
But yeah, his skin starts like flaking off and shit. And he throws his sword again. And Jubei jumps up in the air and does some fucking wind sight thing and cuts Tessai's fingers off so he can't catch the sword when it comes back. And then the sword comes and just fucking right in his head, sliced him down the fucking
loved it.
dome.
Because the dude doesn't know how to sidestep, apparently.
Right.
And he doesn't know how to use his other hand.
Yeah, exactly. You could come on. You could just other hand it. But this shit was so fucking cool. I like when we were watching this, I'm like, I'm gonna love this entire movie because this is 100% my shit. Just gross shit happening. Keep going.
And then
it gets better.
Slid down the blade.
Yeah.
So then he tries to grab Jubei because he knows he's about to fall forward. And he tries to impale him with the sword, but then Jubei just like, fuck you, dude, don't touch me. And then backs up, and then Tessai smashes the sword into the ground, and his head just kind of like slides down the sword.
It was so good.
Yeah, this was gross.
I loved it. The fact that he tried to stab somebody with a head sword, like, come on. Why?
Yep.
Come on. That is so cool.
That's using your head.
Yeah. The old monk appears and tells Jubei, "That was sick, bruv. Help me out with these monsters." And Jubei says, "No, fam.
Yeah. I'm just trying to walk, dude. You fucking up my walk.
Not. That's a fucking monster. I'm not fighting any more of those." He pulled me through a wall, pushed me back throughout the wall, and then fucking Sonic, I'm out.
Did you see? He had a sword in his head and he tried to stab me with it.
I'm done.
Come on,
No.
I'm out. Let me walk.
I'm out. I just wanna go to wherever I'm going. All right.
Yeah, which they never say either. They never say where this dude, who he was or where, like he was.
He was asking. He asked Tessai where Kikyo was or something, some town, right? And then when him and Kaguro like split up, she's like, "You got to go west to get where you need to get to." So there's somewhere he's going, but I don't know why. He's just wandering guy. He's just a fucking Ronin. Oh, looking for the ninja scroll. That's what it was. Could you imagine? Well, Could you imagine like Lord of the Rings and like you don't even find out what the ring is until the second movie?
Right.
Like it's just like they're just like doing whatever, and then
Yeah.
it's like the movie ends and the second movie starts, and it's like, oh yeah, so that thing we were doing in the first movie about the ring, we have to do that now.
Yeah.
What? Why was the first one called Lord of the Rings? I don't. There's a pretty boy with a string in his mouth, and he's speaking to Lord Genma about the events that have unfolded. And then some females feeling up on him, and the guy's name is Yurimaru, which is the toughest name for me to write and say because it's like Yukimura. It's like
Yeah.
there's a lot of names that are similar to this, but I've never seen this name. You know?
Did you see that somebody's name in this was Tokugawa, who's the same name from fucking Baki?
So Tokugawa is like an actual Japanese historical figure.
Yeah, but do you remember Tokugawa from fucking Baki?
Yeah,
Vince McMahon?
yeah, Vince Tokugawa. Yeah,
Vince
I know. I
Tokugawa.
made that.
Yeah,
I
I get
made
it.
that.
Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, the history here all makes sense, okay? After the betrayal at Honoji, Toyotomi took over, and then Tokugawa took over, okay?
Okay.
So the whole Lord of Darkness thing, or whatever, the Dark Lord of fucking Shogun, whatever, like,
Shogun of the Dark.
that's what it is. Whatever, man. They're trying to reinstill the Toyotomi, thing because whatever. So the history makes sense. All right, that's all I'm saying.
I didn't need to know any of that. I do not. You just wasted moments of my life.
You also Monk Roshi told him about the 8 devils.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Before that. Yeah, he
Not
did
yet.
right before that.
No, he
Bet me.
tells them in the spring. He tells them in the
Bet me.
spring, dude. He tells
Nope.
them in the spring.
No,
Nope.
he's told him.
He
he's
says,
like,
"Hey,
gotta f-
these guys are coming after you. They're the 8 devils, and the rest of them are coming because you killed the one dude."
Yeah. And then he explains them in depth at the spring, but he definitely
Fine.
says it.
I'll concede. It's fine. I don't care. I don't care.
Okay. Okay.
I stopped paying attention to that scene like the third time I watched it. I was like, whatever. I don't care, dude.
Okay.
Yep, he's talking shit. Whatever. He's not doing anything he wants. The girl is trying to kiss Yurimaru, and he's like, "Yeah, bitch, you want this? You want this? You don't get the shit."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I ain't with it." And her name is Zakuro, and he says, "Stop trying to fucking play with me. You know I just like the ding ding."
I just like the ding ding.
And she's like, "Oh, well, you fucking simping hard for Genma. You know what? He fucks men and women, and you a man, so he's already fucking this other bitch named Benisato. Okay, so
Why did
Well,
this
you
turn
won't-
into a soap opera? Like, what's
I
going on?
have no idea. They threw out so many names at me so quickly.
Yeah, and no, like you don't care about a single thing that's happening.
I was
right
like,
now.
I don't know who these people. I don't care.
Yeah.
What?
Lord Genma's getting it in with everyone.
Yeah, Lord
Yeah,
Genma's
That's,
just
that's,
fucking.
that's the important thing.
Yep.
He's just a multi-purpose fuck guy, you know.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Benisato, who's the girl that we figured out. You can figure out through context clues that's who it is. Comes upon Tessai's body and sees that Tessai has left an image in the ground of a face.
How
Doesn't
did he
mean
do
the
that?
reverse image had to have been in his hand. Did he make part of his hand soft?
That's the
And
only way.
I didn't get it either.
Yeah. Cause it was like a very good rendering in the sand.
He's artistic. He's a fucking
Right.
master strategist with the horse thing,
Yeah.
and he's also just a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like, just catch a sword with the other hand. Can't do it. Okay.
Oh, you can't step to the
okay.
side, to the left, or
Can't
to the
step
right.
to the side.
You
can't
can't
just
duck.
watch out.
You
Like,
can't duck. Like, no, but you can make fucking face shapes in your hand. Okay.
I just didn't get it. But whatever. He did it. She's like, okay, and she stabs the face with the knife, and that was very 90s, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Jubei's resting in a hot spring, pulling out teeth and, gargling his mouth when a tattooed woman appears and asks where he's going. And he says, "I'm Jubei."
Where are you going? I'm Jubei.
And then the tattoos on her body of snakes start moving, and he just starts sinking into the water because he's like mesmerized by this. And all of a sudden a shuriken hits him and he wakes up, and then there's actual snakes coming to attack him, and he slices them up. And then he's like, he grabs her and he's like, "Hey, bitch, what the fuck you trying to do with snake shit?" And then she just kind of like turns into like the wacky inflating table flute man. I don't know what I said right there. Wacky waving inflatable web wailing tube man.
Sure, dude. You fucked it up
That's
so
still wrong.
hard. I
That's
loved
still
it.
wrong.
The wacky floobly tubly man.
She just goes and she's not a person anymore.
You're
And she
fucking
turns into like snake skin.
Yeah, there
Skin
you go.
sack.
Yeah.
And fucking the monk is back and he's like, "Oh yeah, she fucking just shed her skin." And Jubei's like, "Who fuck are you? What's happening? I don't want these people after me no more. I'm just trying to take a bath."
Yeah.
And then the monk explains, like, "Oh, there's these 8 devils of Kimon, and they're part of the thing to take down the Tokugawa shogunate, and they work for the Shogun of the Dark, and doing all this stuff." And Jubei's like, "Nah, listen,
He's like, I don't give
No.
a fuck, dude.
stop. I don't want to know. I don't want none of this."
He's gonna take the real doll skin sack and he's gonna go in the corner.
Yeah, he's like,
what
"This
I
is
would
mine."
do. That's what I would do. Because those,
and I'm
those
the
tattoos,
The front was still intact. I'm
Yeah.
just
Yep.
saying.
those tattoos were doing it for me.
But like snakes, like if it's like a snake skin, it's kind of like slimy,
Right.
know,
Which is
and, like-
better.
but it's scaly too. It's not just it's like it's like
fine. You could literally fuck it from the inside out. Like you could go into the skin and fuck it from the inside out.
so like you'd wear it, right?
Yeah,
And you just,
you'd
like,
put
kinda,
it
like-
on. Put it on.
Okay.
You'd put it on like a suit, but you'd fuck it. You can go ahead and keep going, Harris. You could cut me off
I don't-
at any point, dude.
So the monk starts walking away because Jubei's like, I don't want none of this, and the monk's like, "Well, you'll be dead anyway because I fucking stabbed you with a poison shuriken,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna tell you what the antidote is until you do what I tell you to." And Jubei, being the smartest man on the planet, jumps up, grabs a shuriken, and just stabs the guy, and it's like, "Ha! Fuck, you get stabbed with the poison too. So now you're gonna tell me how to do it because you got it." And the monk's like, "Ha! I threw that shit away before I came in the room." And my name is Dakuan.
Yep. I like it, but we never seen any of this. Like the dude, like it all just happened off screen. He's like, I did it. I
He just
fucking
said
did it.
all like that's what I'm saying though. Like this is the perfect level of what I'm looking for. Like,
Yeah.
don't show me him making the poison and give me a 5-minute backstory of like,
Yeah.
well, I used the poison using scorpions and plants and fucking fly leaves to get all this together, and you make it into a powder, right? And then you make it sit overnight for 7 days and 8 weeks, and then like, no, I don't need it. It's
Right.
fine. You poisoned him. Great. Move on.
I get you.
But the part where he threw it away, like Jubei throws it back to him, and then somehow miraculously he just for no reason threw it in the bushes and pulled out
And
another
pulled
one.
out-
Like,
yeah.
oh, just,
I mean,
just in case I need to trick this fool,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna get this safe one right
Well-
over here, in case he wants to stab me for no reason.
well,
Yeah.
later on, like Dakuan, like at the end of the whole thing, is kind of like, yeah, I orchestrated all this drama, like between you and Kaguro, and he's like, that's the main part of being a ninja, is being able to manipulate people. So I'm like, okay,
Okay.
it's okay.
It's a
It would have been easier, like, oh, drink this poison, you'd be able to fuck that bitch over there.
If you drink this poison, the scales will not cut your dick.
Yeah. You can just fucking get in it.
Or he should just poured it in, like, he was clearly like spitting, I don't know. Anyway, Yorimaru berates Benisato for not killing Jubei, and she responds by saying, "I'm fucking the guy you're simping over, so shut the fuck up. I'll kill him next time."
Yep.
Dakuan gives us a history lesson about who Jubei is. Jubei killed the head of the Yamashiro ninja clan, Himiro Genma, over
Genma.
some money situation. Like,
It wasn't, well,
it's complicated. It's a gold mine that they found, and then they had to not tell the government, and the government's like, "Hey, you need to tell us because we're the government. We need the money." So
This
Not
is
important.
where
Money.
the movie started to lose me because I'm like, why are they
Money.
trying to
Flashback.
make this like not even the flashback? They're trying to make it like real, like a realistic plot line. I wanted it to be for the fucking magical ninja scroll, not gold in a mine because of the government needed their tax.
right,
money.
they could have literally just been like, yep, you killed one of these 8 people and now they're all coming after you. Like
Yeah.
this whole thing didn't need to happen. You
None
could have
of
just
it.
been like, all right, well, those 8 people are all Gucci and you killed one of their folks, so they're coming after
Yeah.
you, like the fucking headband from Afro Samurai,
It's
right?
fucking
Like
gang shit, dude. It's over.
gang.
Yeah.
You want you kill my father.
You try to kill my father. It's
Well,
done.
they're trying to add a second reason for
Yeah.
Jubei to want to go after the head guy,
But
even though they didn't need one.
They
Yeah,
could have
none
done
of it.
in the 90s, they could have done a very stereotypical that guy's my brother.
Right.
And I
Or-
killed my brother.
Well, they even did
whatever
that.
reason.
They did
They
like
could've-
that's Genma. So he had the Genma thing, the poison thing, and the gold thing. When we only needed just the Genma thing.
Or instead of gold, why didn't they have some magic ninja scroll that made them super powerful? Or
There you
something?
go.
And then the movie would have made sense from
Ninja
the
Right.
scroll.
Oh, they found the ninja scroll.
The
Yeah.
ninja scroll.
Not the ninja scroll. Yeah.
The ninja scroll.
This movie should have been
No.
called Ninja Gold. That's all it was about at the end.
Right.
Like it was kind
Or
of
Shogun of the Dark or something. Like
yeah.
anyway.
I don't know.
Himuro Genma is the leader of the Devils of Kimon. Jubei flashes back to when he killed all his ninja friends, including Genma, which was the most anticlimactic thing I've ever seen in a flashback. Like, he has this whole conversation with his friends about, they're like, oh, we have to kill you because you're a traitor. And he's like, I'm not traitor. And then he kills all his friends. And then you see Genma riding on a horse, and you see Jubei just fucking decapitate him.
It's just one shot.
Just one shot. That's the end of the fight. Like,
Boom, headshot. You're
this is the
done.
guy you want me to believe is a big bad dude? Like, we find out later he is a really big bad dude, but like,
Yeah.
he got fucking decapitated on
It
a
wasn't
horse.
even a fight.
And how
yeah.
deep was that snow to hide a dude?
Yeah.
To full on jump horse height and slice your head off.
Madness. Dakuan and Jubei come up on the forest leading up to the village and then are separated. And some shadow ninja tries to attack Dakuan but misses. He like throws his fucking chain thing and it goes through his head and like pins him to a wall. But then he looks up and it's just his clothes.
You know what
Yo.
this reminded me of? The Dragon Gundam from Gundam Wing. That claw thing. That's
Oh,
just what it
yeah, yeah,
reminded
yeah.
me of.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. I don't watch a lot of Gundam. I know what you're talking about because I've had friends that have liked Gundam, and I know what you're talking about. I get it. This felt weird. Like it was very Naruto, you know. Like
Yeah.
I feel like you saw it pierce him, but then it was like no,
Yeah.
it didn't happen.
It was
Did they
just
do
close.
that in Naruto with the puppet, that puppet guy and his scorpion tail thing?
Maybe.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It wasn't a
Kankuro? I don't know.
log. Isn't everything in Naruto a log?
That's because that
Well,
turned into a lot. Yeah.
that's the thing. He turns into a tree branch later. So,
right?
like,
Fucking.
it's kind of like this is where it came
Substitution
from.
jutsu.
Substitution jutsu. Substitution no tree jutsu. You know.
Yeah, there we
I
go.
don't. Jubei comes upon a shrine with an old ass lady praying. The lady's sick as fuck. She's like, "Get out of here!" And he's like, "No, I gotta figure out what happened here. There's a monk. I got separated." And then she turns around all creepy like, and she's like, "We're all gonna go see Buddha together." And he slices her up, and she snakes. And he looks
Mhm.
up, and there's snakes. And then snakes fall on him.
Oh, the
And then
snake
just
shower.
snakes,
That was
just snakes.
nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it.
They all just fell on him, and then he's trapped by the snakes falling on him. Benny Sato then appears and she's buck ass naked and she asks how many people are with Jubei, and Jubei's like, I got the whole fucking gang. I got 10, 20 people. She's like, no, I know you don't. And he's
We
like,
roll. We roll deep, bitch.
right.
Y'all don't know
He's
we
like, my
moving the four door.
My whole gang coming. We got a gang. We got a squad. And she's like, no.
Rolling deep.
Hell yeah, dude.
She tells him, no, you don't, bitch. Who you really got? He's like, well, I got the old dude and I got that bitch right behind you. And then Kagero's there and she's got a sword to her neck and she's like, let her go. And then a snake slides out of
Best
Misato's
part ever.
vagine.
Dude, it came out 100% from that. There was the only place it could come out of.
Yep. Came out from her vagine.
Why did she
When,
have to be naked?
I have stuff for this. All right, you ready? I have slit snake,
Oh, yup.
cunt cobra, pussy python, a venomous vagina, and that snake was straight soppy.
Oh.
That's
It really-
why. That's why it was so wet.
Oh no.
I liked slit snake a lot.
It was wet, wasn't it?
Yeah, dude, it was fucking gross.
Oh.
And you know
After
what's
I watched this, I immediately sent a message to Cody. I gotta give him a warning on this one.
Oh, yeah, it was not good.
Oh man.
And
It's
you know
not
what
good.
was disappointing though? After like the whole scene happened and the snake was leaving, I really just wanted it to go back to its home.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
just-
It like swirls down her
U-turn
leg and
go
leaves.
the other way.
yeah, I wanted
Yeah.
to U-turn and go right back up her, and it didn't. It
Uh,
disappointed
Or
me.
retract backwards.
Yeah, just kind of slide back in.
Like you already went far enough with making this bitch naked for literally no reason. Like what do you?
That was the reason.
Should the snake come out of her fucking her hoo ha,
Yeah.
her snake hole?
They
Yeah.
couldn't have made it a belt. Like,
Nope.
oh, I'm wearing a robe with a belt
Snake
on
hole.
it.
Or out of
Snake
her
hole.
Right in the
mouth?
snake hole.
Yeah, or
Snake hole.
like literally anywhere else. They just know sex sells, and they're like, you know, it'd be dope if a snake came out of fucking this lady's.
Could
snake
you imagine?
hole.
Like, imagine if you're a kid and you watch this, right? And you're like, you like fucked up somehow, and you're like, oh, so every woman just has a snake up in there, you know?
That's where they live.
Well, they
That's where
probably
live.
named it Ninja Scroll, so every 13-year-old was like, "Oh, mom, I need to get this movie."
Yeah.
Right.
And like, "Oh, let's slip this in here on the
Right.
DL."
Hell
Sell
yeah.
so many VHS tapes.
Oh man,
Those are a lot of sticky VHS tapes.
stop. So the snake, comes out of the snake hole and bites Kaguro, and Benisato's like, "Oh, you're about to die," and she's like, "Listen, just get rid of the fucking snakes, all right?" And then all of a sudden, Benisato gets fucking electrocuted to death, and then you see the string that Yurimura had tied around her neck when they spoke last.
Yep.
And apparently, it went 67 miles.
Yep.
And
Yep.
yeah.
That string it has an infinite range.
I mean,
Could you-
it just disappeared, so yeah, it's magic.
Could you imagine like if this movie was like super super huge, right? And like all the kids bought like the toys for like the action
Roll a
figures.
string.
No, not even that. It's like they buy the snake lady, and you know how
Oh God.
you know how Woody goes, "There's a snake in my boot." You pull her string, and she goes, "There's a snake in my ass." That'd be awesome, dude. And then you
Come
can
on.
like, you can
Come
like,
on,
pull
why?
it out. You could like grab the snake and pull it out.
Jubei tries to suck the poison out of Kaguro's bite, but she tells him, "Listen, motherfucker, I am poison.
Mm-hmm.
Don't touch me."
Yeah.
They flex on each other like they don't like each other. They're all like,
That's typical flirty shit, you know. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
like,
look at you're stupid.
"I don't need you. I'm the fucking best. I don't need you. I'm the fucking best."
Right, and then they fall.
And then Dakuan appears and he asks Kaguro to join their crew. He's like, "I got information and I need more people." And she's like, "I don't want to be your people, but I will take your information."
Like Devil's Three-Way? She's like,
Mm.
"Oh, okay, I guess so."
Okay, sure.
It's a real devil's three-way because both of them will die.
Yeah.
Dakuan's all horned up and he's like, "Oh, she's a fucking pretty lady."
Yeah, he turns into Roshi for a second.
And then explains that anyone that sleeps with her will get killed by poison. Which they kept saying this, and it's got to be a translation error in some fashion because they keep saying if you sleep with her, but then later on she's like, "If you even kiss me."
Yeah.
Well, didn't
So
it
it's-
say even if he touched her, he could
Right.
die?
Right. So it was like this weird, I don't know. It was like translation was off in some places, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But whatever. The three of them sneak across a river, and then Yurimura throws a kunai. Yurimaru throws a kunai with a string into the water and electrocutes the water and kills all the fish. Thinks he killed them, but he knows he didn't. And he sends all the other people after the people. He sends all of his people after the other people.
There you go, gang. He sends all the Bloods after the Crips.
the three Crips come upon the village and see all the death that's there. And then there's bees, like a shit ton of bees, or
Like a
hornets,
lot of
or
bees.
I don't know, some sort of scary yellow black flying bugs. I don't know.
They say bee, but it's definitely a hornet. That's
It's
not a
definitely
bee,
one of the
dude.
murder
Bees are
hornets.
little fat, furry, cute things. Bees are cute as fuck. That was a hornet.
Yeah, that was a hornet or a wasp.
Yeah.
It was not good. Whatever
They
it was,
also
I don't
figured
get.
out that the water was poisoned. They
Oh,
made
yeah, yeah.
Kagura drink the water. Like, oh, this shit looks shady, bitch. Drink this.
And she's like, "Yup, nope, my insides, like, I would
She's
be
like-
dead right now." But
She's like, I am poison. This tastes like poison. Yep, this
That's
tastes
how
like me.
that's how Corona got started.
I was thinking about making a Corona joke, but I just
they do
I
say
don't
epidemic
Is it
a
too
lot.
soon?
Yep.
They
I
say-
said
It's not the too soon situation. We've been in it for a minute. It's just more like I couldn't think of a natural way to bring it in.
No, there's
I
a lot of
had-
ways. You just suck, dude.
I had it in there earlier. I didn't say it before. I was like, panic because of an epidemic. Gee, that feels vaguely familiar.
Right. Yeah, this world is also just plagued by corona, just like
There's
an
a-
advanced form of it.
Yeah. See, I was like, there's a Corona joke here, and then I just didn't. I just didn't want to work on
Worst
it.
toast.
Worst toast. Kaguro uses Zenbone Sakura.
I had that too. Fuck,
It's so true, dude. Oh my god.
to like put them to sleep or distract them, kind of. I don't know. For some of them, it was putting them to sleep, and some of them were just kind of like hanging out
Yeah.
in whatever she was doing. She like opens her thing, and like a bunch of fucking Sakura leaves or flowers come out, and I didn't know what was happening, but it was like the old dude's like, hey, just keep doing that. Jubei's gonna go kill this hunchback motherfucker.
And none of the
'Cause
bees went
he's
for
the
the
guy.
old dude. Why?
No.
He was hiding under his hat in the bushes.
Oh, I guess that stops bees.
Yeah.
Like, she stopped them, and then all of a sudden you see his little hat pop up, and he's like, "Oh, hey, yeah, good job, keep it up.
Doing great. I'm not
I'm gonna let
dying.
Jubei go kill that guy. I'm just gonna chill over here and hide under my big hat."
Yeah, dude is fucking useless.
Silly. Jubei catches up to the hunchback dude and slices up his back, revealing a hive in his back.
Oh, it was so gross. I loved this.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Oh,
I did not like that at all.
I loved it. As soon as he slices
Back
back
in
and you
Notre
just
Dame
see the
looking
holes.
motherfucker.
Yep.
You know what it
And,
reminded me of? You ever see those videos on Facebook pop up? And they're like, hey, there's a maggot living in this dude's body. And then they take it out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and then-
gross. I know. I felt the same way. I was like, oh, those
Yeah.
stupid videos of.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's how this dude's back looked to me. And it hurt my stomach.
Like shotgun blasted with beehive holes.
Yeah.
We find out Genma is capable of resurrection, which again, it's got to be a translation error, because resurrection means that you die and come back to life. This man just don't even die.
Yeah.
Jubei jumps in the water to escape the bees, and then slices off Mushizo's leg, who we find out is the name of the beekeeper dude. And Mushizo falls in the water. Mushizo falls in the water, and then suddenly he like shoots out a throat needle that Jubei blocks, but then he starts bleeding everywhere because the bees in the hive in his back are trying to escape the water and stinging him like crazy. And then Jubei just slices and kills him, and then dips.
Lops
This
his
is-
head off. And then you don't even learn his name until after he's dead. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, I guess Mushizu's
Mushizo.
dead.
Like, why even say his name? Like, just be like, oh, I guess he's dead. Like,
This
end
is
of
just
story.
another example of like, after this, every fight is the exact same. It's just like instantaneous. They just die. There's no big fight. Like the only big boss fight that happened besides the last one is the fucking rock dude. That was the only
That
time they
wasn't
swung
even
more
that
than
long.
twice. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Even that one wasn't that long, and that was the best one.
Like, they're all over in like less than 30 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's what really killed me. It wasn't even the plot being bad. I'm used to that, and especially for a '90s movie, I knew it wasn't going to be great. But they had a bad plot, and then the fights were still like 4 seconds, 1 or 2 swings of a sword. I'm like, what the fuck? This is where all the anime we've watched nowadays got it from. You know?
Jubei brings up the resurrection technique to Dakuan and Kagero. Dakuan says the Kimon Devils are definitely coming after Jubei now, which is good for me because I'm out.
Yep.
Many power poles away,
Yep.
Dragon Ball Z style.
For real.
He's like, I'm out.
I'm out.
Going to get my turtle shell. Find some panties.
Right.
Find some panties and some magazines.
Go fucking jerk off on an island for the rest of my life.
Jubei then explains why he's helping Dakuan, because he's been poisoned. Kagero and Jubei flirt for a bit, and he thinks about how these people came here during a storm and wants to get high up. I don't really think I understood.
I don't.
At
So
this
you
point-
can see what's going on all around him.
Yeah, like at this point I was like, what? Okay, fine, whatever. They climb up a mountain to find Hansa up there with no arms and his mouth shown shut.
Sean
Sut.
Sut.
Shown shut.
Sean Sut. It sounds like a
Sean Sut.
fucking. Sounds like a name.
Sounds like a move from a character. Shown shut.
Sean Sut.
Yeah, Hansa's the whole ninja from the beginning.
I
That
didn't
guy's
even know
nice.
his name. I didn't pick it up when I watched it.
Are you gonna correct what you said? You said
Sewn
his-
shut.
There we go. His mouth is sewn shut. Thank you.
He's got
There you go.
yeah. Zakuro appears and releases some black shit into the air, which we find out is gunpowder later on. Kinda.
Yeah.
I mean, you can infer.
I was sitting on the couch watching it with somebody, and he was like, he's like, "Is there more fucking bugs? Why would they have two people with bug powers?" I'm like, I don't think those are bugs.
No, is gunpowder.
Gunpowder.
And then Hansa starts smoking, and Jubei grabs Kagero, and they jump off the mountain as Hansa explodes.
Mummy bomb.
Mhm.
Mummy bomb. Good. Excuse me. Sakura gets off on the smell of grilled flesh.
For real.
Does she just like have all that gunpowder like in her cape? Like where's that coming from?
She's got like the little like bamboo shoot type things on her body. Like
How does she make
her,
it blow
her
up? Is that her power?
What do you
Like
want?
they
from
never
me, dude?
showed her power. They're just like, she got gunpowder. I'm like, that's not a power.
Maybe
Sprinkle.
Right.
So I assume that she's putting a bomb in these things, right? Because
Okay.
we see Hansa and then we see the rat later.
Yeah.
She puts a bomb with like, you know, a fuse on it in these people, and that's why the stuff is all sewn up. And then she releases the gunpowder to make the explosion bigger.
Okay.
That's what I'm assuming.
Still
but
not a superpower. Just saying.
It's not a superpower.
That
I
other
don't
dude can
know.
go inside shadows. Like that's a fucking power.
The other dude had bees living in his hunchback.
Yeah, dude. The other dude could turn into a rock.
Look, man.
She's like, I got gunpowder. I'm a superhero.
I got
The other bitch
gunpowder.
could shed skin and have snakes in her vagina.
Right.
Like that's a superpower.
That's a real superpower.
We're gonna talk about superpowers when I bring up this person, this next person, huh?
Okay, go ahead.
Jubei and Kagero are alive because the string on the sword got stuck on a tree. And then they like flirt for a bit while they're climbing up with fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
How strong would you have to be to have a wire that you can't see wrapped around your arm and hold two people up in the air from a
Without-
30-foot fall?
Without cutting
Without-
your arm off.
Yeah. It should have just Swiss cheesed his arm and they should have died.
Yeah.
End of the movie.
I would have been fine with that ending. I would have liked that a lot.
Some
She's-
blind ninja / Ronin / samurai approaches Jubei,
Who was holding them in the air? The
who was
two of them
holding
by himself.
the sword. Yeah. He's like, my name is, I didn't write his name down.
Oh wait, I got
Fucking
it.
rabbit.
Hold on. Atsatsu Majuro.
Cool.
A
Okay.
setsu.
Captain Tosin.
There we go.
Captain Tosin. And he's like, this shit's on site.
Not
and they
really.
start- Ah, there you go. Got my ass. And he's like, let's fucking duel. You know, it's time to do duel. And they start fighting and Jubei can't get to him, realizes he's blind, and the guy's like, I'm blind, so I can hear everything infinitely better. So you better attack me without making sound. And then Kagero shows up and she tries to slash him, but the blind guy gets away and her sword gets stuck in the bamboo tree. And then Jubei is blinded by the guy holding his sword, so the light flickers into his eye.
How did he even know where the light was shining?
Right. How did he know?
Oh,
light
okay,
doesn't
I'm
make
blind,
sound.
but I'm gonna angle my sword just right.
Is this one
to
of the
make
fucking
a nuclear
demons?
blast beam.
Look, man, this is what I'm talking about. This was really cool the first time you watch it, but the second you think about it, you're like, I don't. How? Maybe he felt the warmth from the sunlight and was like, I feel the sun right here because my senses are higher, and this is the sword direction.
And why do blind samurai always fight in bamboo forests?
Because people can't see in bamboo forests because they're thick, you know, and so they have an advantage there.
Thick
and then people like bump into the bamboo, and then it makes more sound. The blind warrior tries to slash at Jubei, but then hits the sword that Kagura had stuck in the bamboo, and then Jubei stabs him, killing him, which was cool.
It was luck. He won because of luck, and that infuriated me.
Well, I don't know about luck. I mean, he rolled very strategically, you know?
If they had made like a sideward glance towards the blade before he dodged, I'm like, okay, he did this on purpose. But the look on his face is like, oh shit, I'm not dead. And then, stab him.
See,
I don't think he did it on purpose. I didn't get that vibe.
I didn't even notice that. I thought Kagura threw her sword and like saved his life, but if that's okay, I'm dumb then. Yeah, that's dumb as fuck.
It's either luck or he did it on purpose, but I don't think they made it clear which it was.
But I don't care personally. I think either way it's fucking cool. Like if he did it on purpose, like damn, that's fucking smart. If he got lucky, like damn, that's fucking lucky, you know?
Yeah, but smart would have been better overall.
Sure. But then you can just assume, you know, that he was smart enough to do it. Right? Create your own adventure, dude.
None of this matters, you know.
None of this matters. You just fucking make up what you want, you know?
I didn't even know this dude was part of the fucking 7 people crew. Like did they ever show him prior to this?
Yeah, he was on the bridge.
He was on the bridge.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't notice him a single time in the movie.
And he was next to the river when the bee guy got killed.
Oh, okay, that was him standing with that chick? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Jubei and Kagero flirt more, and Jubei asks, "Are you really poison?" And she says, "I am poison." You want to bet? And he's like, "Yeah, I bet." And then she's like, "Listen, idiot, I'm poison. Don't touch me." And he's like, I don't like people who don't value their lives.
Yeah.
And I said, I feel personally attacked, my guy.
Same. That's rude.
That's not, you know, people got real problems if they don't value their lives, and you're just going to like hate them for that. Like, I hate depressed people. Like, I get it. Like, they're probably not fun to be around, but they're still people, dude. You can't just hate someone because they hate themselves.
He also totally burned her when he's like, "Oh, I guess your heart's poison too, bitch."
Yeah.
Then,
Ooh.
He told her. He said,
he roasted her.
He said, "Your heart's all twisted up and shit too. Then you stupid bitch. You poison all the way through, stupid bitch."
I don't know about that. I just like this is such a thin, shitty romance plotline that they decided to throw in for no fucking reason.
I don't think it was needed.
It's the typical mercenary with the heart of gold and the
okay.
Tsundere.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say that word. I never know how to say that word.
Whatever it was bad because they've known each other for like 4 hours and now.
But it's tropey as shit. Like this is normal.
I know, you're right. I know. I still don't like it. I don't have to like it.
Any anime you like, this happens all the time. It's just spread out over the course of like 500 episodes.
Yeah, that's way better because then you get to know characters. They could build a relationship. This happened.
Ed and Winry do this shit all the time. All right,
dude. Winry is nut.
I will. They find a ship and a ton of footprints, and Kagero passes out. The boss guy says we shouldn't move on the village until Kagero comes back. Jubei says you're killing yourself by being so serious. Eat a fucking apple. and him and
It was
Kagura
not
flirt
an
more.
apple.
It
It
wasn't.
was a tomato.
Why are they
Ew.
just biting into tomatoes?
Ew, dude.
I wrote down worst salad ever, but I don't know. I watched it like 3 times to make sure. It's a tomato, and
All right.
that's disgusting.
I thought it was an apple. It makes
I
it
hate that
way
even
worse
more
that it's a
now.
tomato.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You don't eat a tomato like an apple. You cut it into slices and put salt on it.
Ninjas on a ship, dead horses, boxes, and village. That's what we saw next.
Yep. Fucking killed it.
The 3 people that we know scope out the village where the ship will appear. The Shogun of the Dark wants the money that Jubei's past is connected to. The Shadow Ninja is around. Kaguro calls a bird that will explain everything to her clan. And then the Shadow Ninja makes clones. And Jubei
Shadow clone jutsu.
and
Yep.
Jubei cuts off their leg, like one leg,
One leg. And
And
then,
then
dude just
Turned
hops.
him into a pirate.
just hops away.
He fucking just hops away.
So fast.
The fight lasted like 0.3 seconds. The dude's like, "Oh, there's 40 of you. I'm just gonna slice through all 40 legs at once, and I'll hit one of you. Like,
I'll hit one of
I'll-
these legs.
I'll hit the real one eventually." And then it happened, and I was like, "Okay, dude. Like, you didn't want to jump or like do anything else, ninja guy. You're just gonna fucking take it."
Isn't his big claw wood and knives and stuff like that? Like, put it down. Block that shit.
Mm.
Yeah, or yeah, try to defend yourself. Try to fight back. Literally do anything.
something.
Go back into your shadow pit.
Jump,
Why did he bother making all the clones if it didn't do anything?
jump, fuck.
Jump, fuck. I hate you.
Ninja dude fucking hops off, and then Jubei pursues him. Kaguro tells Dakuan to tell her how to heal Jubei because he loves or she loves him, but she won't say it. But then Dakuan says, "Oh, you fucking love him?" And she says, No, baka, I don't love.
No.
No, I don't love. No, it's not love. I just owe.
Why? Why is that the voice you go to?
I don't know.
What was that?
I don't know.
That sounded like Consuelo from fucking Family Guy.
Okay.
No, me no,
No,
love.
no, I don't love.
No, no,
Need
no.
more lemon pledge.
No, lame. He not home. Jubei pursues the Shadow Ninja only to find out that he had the wrong trail. There was a fox with a kunai in him that was leading him with blood.
Yep.
Kaguro finds out the cure that we don't find out, but then gets stolen by the Shadow Ninja. This bitch is just constantly getting stolen.
She's like Princess Peach.
Princess Peach. More like Princess gets fucking fingered by the Shadow Ninja.
Come on.
That was
Oh,
unnecessary.
It
finger
was so
blasting.
bad. They had her leg tied up. So it was like she's at like a fucking weird ass angle. And then he just gets his fingers real soppy and just
Yep.
This-
He puts his fingers in his mouth and just lets the fucking saliva down. Like, what is wrong with him? You know?
This movie's too rapey overall.
it is so
It's
rapey. And it's
very
always on the
problematic.
same person.
Right. That doesn't make a big difference. Like,
I mean, but like
people
it's
worse
just
if it was multiple people going through this. I'm like, oh, if she already went through this, like, no, it's still bad either way.
you're right. It's bad either way, but it's just weird how it always happens to this one person.
This bitch is already scarred for life. Let's not bring anybody else in.
Right. Why doesn't Jubei get raped a little bit? Come on. You know? He's there too.
Right.
Dude could have licked his fingers and shoved it in his
The,
ass
the
or
string,
something.
the string dude, you know, we know
Right.
that, you know, he
fucks
craves the
dudes.
cock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucks dudes. So,
Fucks
like, you know,
dudes.
let him finger Jubei in the ass or something, you know?
Right. Yeah. I don't know why we need that. Okay. Let's just keep going.
The Shadow Ninja fingered Kagura so good that she wants to kill Jubei.
Yep. Is this how he gets people? Like, so that other chick that he controlled in the village, did he have to fucking diddle her?
He just fucking
Yeah.
picked her up and went and just got all up in her guts and shit.
Why
and
is
she
that
was
your
like,
power?
I'll do whatever you want.
Turned her into a finger puppet.
Why
Yep.
couldn't he
Ooh,
like?
perfect. There you go.
Oh,
Finger
ew.
puppet. That's
I don't
what it
like
is.
That at all. Why
That's
couldn't he?
what it is. That's a real one, dude.
Why couldn't
That's
he
his
just
power.
spit in their mouth or something? Why did he have to finger them?
Look,
Like, I just, I
this
don't
person
like.
is clearly damaged mentally.
I
Okay.
just don't like
Was
tacked
this
on.
rated R?
It
Yes.
had to have
Oh.
been.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, I hate it.
The Shadow Ninja and Kagero fight Jubei, and the ninja wraps his chain around Jubei's sword, and Jubei like throws his sword to the Shadow Ninja while he's in the wall and
I think
impales
he
him.
just let go.
Yeah,
of
he
it.
just let
He's
go.
Like,
No,
oh,
he threw it. He threw it.
No, he
I watched-
didn't.
did he?
I watched. He went like this.
Okay.
He pulled it back and then went like that. Like
Oh,
he
okay.
threw that bitch.
That's
Like-
a little better if that's what happened.
Yeah.
I
see, that's
thought
what
he's
I'm
like,
talking
oh,
about.
he just let go of it, and it happened to kill the dude in
Hell
half
no.
a second.
Hell no. He caught that shit. He looked at it. He said he's right there because that's where the chain is. Fucking gave him the reverse scorpion. You know.
This
Yeah.
is where I noticed that this movie had the shortest boss fights ever.
Yeah,
yeah.
they could have made this one so cool too, because they could have had him fight Kagura for a little bit longer and have to like fuck her up a bit, like cut some fingers off or some shit. Like, some character
The
development.
chick
No,
who's been raped
listen,
multiple
in
times,
this-
cut some fingers off.
in
That'll make
this-
it better.
In this movie, you know what would have happened if this fight would have gone on longer. He would have like sliced her shirt off and everything.
Right,
like, he
cut a
would have,
titty off maybe.
Cut it,
Yeah.
yeah, it just wouldn't, Anyway,
Yeah. Dave Chappelle
Jubei
would've
kills-
came in, screamed the
no.
milk's gone bad.
Nope. He kills the Shadow Ninja, right? And then he passes out. But Kagero's out of the mind control thing. Yurimaru tells Genma that Jubei is the one that's killing everyone, and Genma gets horned up to see Jubei again.
Yeah.
Jubei and Kagero flirt more, and Kagero tells him that only poison will cure poison, and I am poison, so suck me, daddy. Here's my milk. Have it.
Yeah.
He ain't thirsty though.
He ain't
No,
thirsty though.
He don't
He
want
says,
no milk.
he says, I will hold the container, but I will not drink from it.
What? What?
And then he leaves. He like hugs her. It's a really cute, tender moment because you think he's like the way he grabs her. It's like, oh, he's gonna grab her. You know what I'm saying? And he like hugs her for a bit, and then he just like leaves her, and she's like, "But you'll die." And he's like,
But-
Yeah.
The part that doesn't make sense that if he just nailed her and was cured of the poison, the two of them just could have left.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, oh, okay, game over.
But
Let's leave the monk dude to get
here-
killed, and we'll
Mhm.
just leave.
Here's the worst part though. He didn't even have to fuck her. He could have just kissed her.
right.
Like we
She was like, "Here's my body." He's like, "Look, I just kissed you and we'll be fine."
That's all that needed to happen because that other dude didn't fuck her. He just kissed her and the poison started to break his body down. The rock
Yep.
guy. So I don't, I'm changing my shit to a joke. Fuck this movie,
Like I
dude.
said, though, I knew as soon as we started going over this, I was like, my review of this is gonna go down.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying.
fast.
That's what I'm saying. Like the first time you watch it, you're like, "This is fucking awesome. I love this." But then when you really like think about it and get into it, you're like,
Yeah. That was the worst shit right there. Fuck me, daddy. No, I could just kiss you. Like you could just rub some spit on your fingers and then rub my tongue with
You
it.
just
or
fucking
something.
you could just finger my butthole and we'll be fine.
Yeah,
Why didn't
yeah,
she
sure.
do that? Like if we need to do like more like, sexual stuff, why not have when he was passed out, she's like, "Oh, I like stuck my fingers in my mouth and fingered your butthole by the
Yeah.
way, you're dead now."
Yeah,
Like,
because
You're cured.
you're cured now.
yeah,
Paris
they
found
just
the cure for COVID.
they
Right.
just kept
Just fucking
they just kept sexualizing everything, and it was just
yeah.
it just
didn't
felt
need to
forced
happen.
and weird at a
It
point.
really did.
I'm like, I don't even like this shit.
Nope.
It's just weird.
Ship ninjas grab gold and load the ship real quick style.
I don't
They
like
were
that.
so fast.
It was awesome.
I don't like
this
you
was
saying
cool.
ship ninja. That sounds racist. I
Ship
don't know who.
ninjas.
I don't know what race takes offense to that, but you calling somebody a ship ninja is just fucking
Oh.
weird to me. Hey, look at this ship
Ship
ninja
ninja.
over here. Fucking.
Oh no. Oh no.
I don't like it at all.
I make
Ship
a lot of
ninjas.
jokes about ship ninjas, so that's gonna be a problem.
Okay. keep
Uh,
going, then.
Jubei and Dakuan come up with a plan where Jubei will sink the ship. Kagero's people finally arrive, but Kagero gets stabbed by her boss guy.
Yep.
And then his face starts bubbling, and it's Genma that's the boss guy. and Jubei loses it.
Yeah.
Discount M Bison.
Right.
Yep.
So this dude has resurrection power and face melt to other
Yeah,
people
they
power.
didn't explain that at all.
No.
Nope.
He's just God.
And then
He can do
yep,
everything.
that's really just what it is.
It was still Genma though who was railing the chick while talking to Kagero, right?
See, so like this is okay. So this is where I create my own adventure, right? That girl that he was railing, right, was also a poison taster, right?
Oh.
And so that's how he died. And then Genma came in and pretended to be that guy,
Gotcha.
Mm,
or Genma was that guy railing that girl. You know,
I think
Yeah,
Genma was the
whatever.
guy railing the girl.
Could be, could be.
That would make sense why he didn't give a fuck what she was saying.
Right.
Many ninja appear to attack Jubei, and he off-screens a shit ton of them.
He off-screens
He
He
all
just
of
like,
them.
there's just like, so what they did is they just animated him like slicing in a bunch of different directions, you know, and then like overlaid the same images of like a big image of ninjas just bleeding everywhere,
Yeah.
and just started to pan over it while the slicing was happening. Like
Yep.
so good 90s shit, like
Yeah.
A1 90s shit.
That was
you
peak
know?
90s
Well,
shit.
If you murder ship ninjas, is that a hate crime?
It 100% is a hate crime. I don't know to who. I
It's
don't
not PC.
like.
not
I don't
PC.
know what group of people are gonna get offended by that. But
Those ship ninjas got shipped off. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. He's just gonna keep doing it. He's gonna double down.
Yurimaru says, "Leave Jubei to me. I will finger his butthole with my thread."
Why?
He tells
Why-
Zakuro.
Why the finger in the butthole thing?
He tells Zakuro to stay out of it. His butthole is mine. Yurimura ambushes Jubei and hangs him with some thread and electrocutes him. He then sees a rat appear with gunpowder everywhere, and it explodes and destroys the building they were in. Zakuro then finds Yurimura's arm like 500 meters away from where it was, from where his body was, because she kills him and says, "Oh, well, I guess we killed him." And Genma's like, "All right, whatever, get on the ship."
And then, but like, how did one dude die, but Jubei was fine? I fucking hated it. I was
He
so
jumped
mad.
down. He
Yeah,
jumped
he
down.
jumped- And the entire building exploded, but he
Yeah.
must have ninja
But
rolled out of
he
the way.
jumped down and ninja rolled all the way to the ship area, you know?
Okay, okay.
He ninja scrolled there. That's where it is.
Oh, I gotcha. That's where the movie title
That's where the
came
movie
from.
title comes from. That one move.
That one-
He tells nope, that's already what I read. Jubei finds Kagero as she dies because she got stabbed. They exchange lovely words as he kisses her, and then she dead.
Dude, grab a band-aid. He didn't even try to help.
He didn't
just
even. He's
"Oh,
like,
I guess you're gonna die, bitch.
he did the thing that I fucking hate the most when people do it. They're like, "Oh, just hold on for a bit." No one's even coming.
Yeah.
Like, why is she holding on for
Do
what?
they-
You're
do
not
they even
doing
have-
anything.
Do they even have sophisticated like surgeons in like medicine? You know, like
Clearly, I mean, I don't know.
She got stabbed through. I don't think through the heart. Like
Yeah, it was like through the stomach.
side.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
Wad up some cotton. Like,
right.
mush that shit in there so the
Fucking-
bleeding stops. Like,
He's an
I'm
idiot.
gonna-
Yeah.
You know,
I'm gonna
it's like
whisper sweet nothings in your ear while you bleed to death.
it's like
Sorry,
if
bitch.
Goku. It's like if Goku comes up on someone, you know, and they're like bleeding out, and he's like, "Oh, this is a lot of blood. I don't know. Just hold in. Like, we'll wish you back with the Dragon Balls, I guess. I don't know." Jubei pulls one of those, even though he's been shown to be fairly intelligent, to be like, "Oh yeah, I've seen some shit. Let me like fucking nope."
And then he kisses her, right? And guess what the kiss does?
heals
Yeah.
the poison.
Heals the fucking
Well,
poison.
you don't know what happened off screen after that.
Right? He could have just
Guess.
fucked
Well,
the
like,
dead body.
Really though, like he fucked her fucking stab hole. Like he was just like, "All right, bitch, we gotta get this quick. Get in there quick.
Come
Like
on.
I need the blood to get directly to my dick very quickly. And it's not
Stop.
gonna happen through your pussy. So here we go."
Oh, come on.
I'm just saying.
You just keep
we don't
getting
know what
more
happened.
vulgar. Like you're trying harder. Stop it.
He could have put his whole mouth on her titty.
I don't know if that would help.
He could have been like like fucked her sword hole and then like licked her snake hole at
What?
the same time. You know?
Stop. Go forward. Move the plot.
he sets her on a boat and sets her body out to sea so she could be a ship ninja.
That's not how boats and the ocean work. Like, push it out. You know what? 5 seconds later, the waves are gonna push that shit right back into shore.
He's clearly not intelligent enough to know that.
Well, neither is the planet that they live on because it worked. She just kept going out.
Yep. He takes her headband thing and puts it on, and then tears her sleeve
I
off
was
for some
tearing
reason.
the sleeves off.
Why?
Could have used that to seal up her sword slot.
Clearly, if he had like sentimental value to it, he's like, "Bitch, I would like take my sleeves off and like tie you up, but like,
Yeah.
I have sentimental value to this. I can't do that."
Yeah.
But no, it just tears it off. Whatever. And then he gets on a horse to pursue the ship. Genma betrays the ship ninjas and says, "I'm going to be the Shogun of the Dark, and I'll be the head ship ninja.
And I get the gold.
And I'll be the gold ship ninja."
And I'm a ship ninja.
Jubei sneaks on board. And
Dude, does this horse swim that fast
No.
to beat a boat?
No, there's no fucking way that horse caught that boat. You know what? We were
Water
sitting
horse.
here. We were sitting here watching this dude ride towards this boat on the horse, and I went full like video game mode. I'm like, is this dude gonna like jump off up here with the horse and then jump off the horse onto the fucking boat and just let the dude drown?
That would have been better, I think.
Yeah,
that
it
would have
didn't
been
happen.
awesome.
That was really sad.
That would have been real. I would have been like, okay, cool.
Okay, you're like, Jubei's a fucking gangster.
Jubei's he fucking Yoshi'd that horse,
Right.
dude.
He's
fucking
the real
said-
ship ninja, dude.
Yeah. Fucking horse ninja.
If Fast and the Furious wrote Ninja Scroll, that would
Right,
have
right.
He would have hit the
He's-
NOS button.
Open the door. Hold my horse.
Hold my horse.
Dakuan and Jubei blow up Zakuro, which fucks up the ship. There's fire everywhere.
Did you even mention that Monk Roshi snuck out of the boat?
I probably didn't, but he did.
But he did. With
he
his
did.
super long arm. His arm was like
Yeah. Does
20
he have
feet long.
He's like Mr. Fantastic. Why isn't this dude helping? If he has fucking powers to turn into a tree and like get stretchy arms, he could be helping.
Well, he doesn't want
And
to.
he's got a power pole.
He
Yeah.
literally, his whole thing was like, oh, Jubei killed this one guy, so I'm just going to set all these really dangerous monster people against him, and then I'm going to go do everything else.
Okay.
That's real ninja shit. Like, that's the
Ninja
only
shit.
real ninja in this show.
Is the old dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
To make everybody do all the work, Jutsu?
Yeah. It's a good-ass jutsu. Genma tells his people to get out and not be ship ninja anymore and be sea ninja for a little bit. He then confronts Jubei in the burning ship. Genma takes off his cloak and reveals that he has a metal arm and leg.
Yeah, and they don't ever mention like they don't nothing.
Is it metal or is it arm? Like, is it armor or is it actually?
I feel like it's actually metal. Like he like wants it to be his sword because then he like squares up, you know?
Yeah.
Like he's like a hand-to-hand fighter, and I don't think you would do that with armor, you know?
I guess. I don't know, dude. I don't even you know?
Whatever. He fucks up Jubei real easy style. He fucking just works him.
Breaks
Like,
his jerkin hand.
he
Mhm.
he breaks his sword arm, he holds him up against the ship and like wails on him. Like he does one of those things that this is the first time I've ever seen this land where like he jumps up in the air and like comes down with like a kick, you know, and Jubei's like up against the wall, and I was like, okay, he's gonna roll out of the way. Nope. He
Nope.
eats that shit straight up.
Yup. Flies.
And he's just like
yeah.
fucking Genma just gets on him and just fucking works him like fucking Mike Tyson,
Yeah.
you know?
I like it too because they have the scene where he like swings a sword and dude blocks it with his metal arm and then just punches the fucking shit out of him in the face.
Yeah.
And he does it
He
like
just-
3 times. I'm like, hey Jubei, maybe try a different move, my guy.
Go to the other side. Like
Yeah.
you keep swinging from
And
his
the-
right side where the metal stuff is.
Yeah,
Go
dude.
the other direction.
Go for a leg, maybe. You're just getting
Right.
punched in the fucking head.
What are you doing? So yeah, Jubei gets worked real good. He then pulls his sword back with the string
Goddamn
then-
string again.
Mm-hmm.
and then cuts Genma's arm off.
Gives him a
But-
hand job.
Okay. Okay. And then Genma fucks him up again, you know, and then just kind of puts his arm back on.
Yeah, he just like holds it to where it got sliced off. You think like if he held
Didn't
it,
that happen in Bleach?
I'm
Did it?
sure
With,
that's happened in everything.
The number 0, a Ronkar who's actually the number 10, who's actually number 0.
was it Ukiura?
Could be. No,
The
the big
huge
dude.
giant one
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't remember.
in the park when he first fights.
Not
Ichigo.
with Ulquiorra. Yami.
Yeah, Yami. That's
Yami.
what I'm thinking of. I think Ichigo cuts his arm off and he just does that thing.
He
where
just
like puts it back on and then it's like fine.
Yeah. You think if those
Oh,
guys
that
like
happened
put
in
it
Baki,
on
too.
at a
Yep.
wrong, like say say it got cut off and you put it on like a little off center, you think it would just heal like that and now your arm's just like all fucked up?
Just half a rotation off.
He puts it
Like,
on
oh, fuck.
backwards. God damn it. Cut it off again.
Oh no. That'd be the way to do it though. That's how you really fuck him up. Like
For real.
just like cut off all his limbs and put him on a little bit off.
The
You
wrong
know?
Just
way.
totally backwards.
It's like that shit's from Bleach, where it was like, oh, if I move my left foot, that moves my right arm. I can't remember which fight that was, but that shit was stupid as fuck.
Yeah.
Jubei cut off his arm and then gets worked, and then Genma fucks him up, puts his arm back on, and then he's like, "I'm immortal. You can't kill me." And Jubei says, "Fine, I'll keep killing you until
You're dead.
you're dead." And then continues to headbutt Genma like 18 times until his face is
15,
just
I
caved in.
counted.
All right, I was
15
close.
headbutts.
15. And they're not like, oh, headbutt.
No.
Full on wailing them
Like-
with that jeweled headband.
Yeah.
Leaned back forward, leaned back forward.
How would the jewel not crush his skull in as well?
No,
No? Okay.
Dude's face was all fucked up.
Yeah, it
Yep.
was disgusting. I love
it was all caved in.
Soppy.
It's
soppy.
fucking wet, dude.
Genma's head then reforms, but then a big part of the ship just falls on top of him.
Yep.
And Jubei's like, okay, cool. Well, we're done here. And then tries to leave, but then Genma gets up with a giant pillar in his back. And Jubei's like, I done told you for the last time, stay the fuck down. Stay down. And
Stay
then-
down.
He stabs Genma in the stomach. And then Genma just fucking wails on his back. He's like, you stupid bitch. You can't kill me. You fucking stupid. You stabbed me in the chest. That shit don't work.
Mhm.
And then Jubei goes upward with that bitch and tries to hot dog him, you know?
Yep.
Yeah,
No,
that
he,
was
he
gross.
doesn't try. He does hot dog him.
Yeah, but not for long.
No, not for long, but he still hot dogs him. Don't take that
Sure.
away from him. He cuts him in half the good way.
But then he like, so normally when that happens, right? Like we've seen like the whole body will just kind of like flop
Yeah.
on both sides. But like Genma goes, oh, and just falls over on one
I
side.
thought,
like
I thought his head went kind of slightly
Yeah.
when he
off a little
falls.
bit.
Yeah, it
when
slides.
he falls, it slides, but
It's
not
still
like from
cool.
the standing position.
Don't take
Like, I
away
want him to
my hot dog
butterfly.
slice, dude. It's still cool.
Because if he would have butterflied him, then he couldn't just put himself back together. Like it would have been like, okay, well,
I
that
mean,
happened.
he
Well,
did because he cut his head
could
off.
have.
Yeah, he cut his head off at one point. And he still put himself back together.
well, whatever. Anyway, Genma
Did
falls
s-
over.
Do you think somebody had to put his head back on his body or
I don't know.
for him to go back?
I
He
don't
might have
know.
he might have done that thing from like Pirates of the Caribbean where the dude where his head's off and he just kind of like had to go find it with his body without knowing where it was and just feel around and then pick it up.
Okay.
Then all the gold on the ship melts and becomes like smelted gold that just envelops Genma and like swallows him up.
Magma.
Magma. Do you know how hot it would have to be to melt all that fucking gold, dude? To like make
Fire?
it like an ocean like that?
Ocean?
Ocean?
Ocean, right?
That's just so. It was so much. It was so fucking much.
Yeah. And then it envelops Genma and then he's all golden. And then he tries to grab Jubei one more time. And Jubei's like, this is the end of the road for you, or says something that wasn't that cool. And then cut his arm off
It
Through
was
the
not
metal.
cool. Through the metal.
through the
Through
metal.
Gold.
Sell the metal. And then the ship sinks, kinda. And Genma, he's all in gold, sinks to the bottom of the sea.
Yep.
Like a
Dakuan
bowling
appears.
trophy.
Yep. Mhm.
They should have put him on the front of like a Benz or something.
I have that too. It's like sweet hood ornament.
Dakuan appears and notices the poison in Jubei is gone, and then reveals that he planned everything between Jubei and Kagero. And I gave you poison so that you could be poisoned, so you could be poison people together. But then she died, and I kind of feel bad, but not really, because that's what ninja do.
Okay, that was a lot. That was a lot to handle.
He then says he'll be waiting in Edo for Jubei to come get his money. And Jubei cuts his cloak so gold bar falls out, and he's like, "We're good. I don't want to ever see you again." And Dakuan's like, "Man, fuck you that's my fucking money, dude. I'm fucking hungry. You fucking kill my shit. You know what? You ain't gonna make it to the shore. You fucking piece of shit. You gonna die here, motherfucker." And then he leaves.
And then he leaves.
And then Jubei jumps off the boat, and then he's back on shore walking. And that's the end of the movie.
And that's the end of the movie. That's where we fucking stop. It's just him.
Roll credits.
God damn it. This movie gets the rope, dude. I'm fucking.
They have a series, I think, that picks up after this.
Really?
Yeah, there's a series. I don't know when it picks up, but there's a Ninja Scroll series.
I did not know that. Fuck, dude.
Do I care?
Do we have to watch
From
it,
the
though?
makers of Baki.
Oh,
Just
okay. We're about to go watch that shit right now.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, hell yeah, fam.
Hell yeah, dude. So the Ninja Scroll series takes place 14 years after Dude kills Genma. But
oh my god.
Yeah.
He I'm reading it on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Jubei Kibagami is given a duty to guard the Dragon Stone and protect the Priestess of Light Shigure from the Hiroku clan and the Kimon Shu. He is aided by the government spy Dakuan and thief Subute.
Oh, okay.
There's no scroll on that one either.
There's no scroll.
I hear nothing. There's a dragon stone. They came up with a dragon stone instead of an actual ninja scroll. They could have just said ninja scroll.
Yeah.
The Ninja Scroll.
It's direct. It's animated by Madhouse.
Is it really? Madhouse is fucking great.
Yeah.
I mean, our goal for this podcast was to watch every single anime known to man. So, like, we'll have to watch
Season
it
3
eventually.
Baki coming up.
Right.
Fuck yeah, dude. I want it so bad. Cody's the one that's all like,
I've already seen it.
Oh no.
I haven't watched it yet. I want to watch it, but I don't want to watch it until we watch it.
Listen, you know what's gonna happen, Harris. Just let's take a little break, okay? We'll fucking do it later.
But next time we do it, I want you to host.
Oh God, no, dude. I don't want to host Baki.
I want you to.
You started it. You'll fucking finish it.
Okay, I don't care. I'll fucking do it.
So, Purdue, did your rating change by the end of this podcast?
Oh yeah, it did. I had to. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd give it a choke because it wasn't until you started thinking about it too much.
Yeah. Which you could do
I
with
don't
a
think
lot
I'd
of
ever
anime.
need to watch again.
Right.
In fact,
always.
I'd watched this previously, probably about 10 or 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just didn't remember everything. And I didn't remember it being bad. I thought it was all right. And then the first watch through, I was like, oh, this wasn't bad. And then you start taking notes and thinking about stuff. And then your brain's like, hold up. Some of this shit doesn't make sense.
You remember when you thought it was good? Well, those parts were not good.
And then going over all my notes and then all your stuff, it's just...
Yeah.
I still think it'd be a dope and be worth watching if somebody hasn't seen it. But if you've seen it, don't watch it again.
Yeah. I don't know if I could recommend it. It's kind of like you'd have to like recommend it, be like, listen, a lot of rape shit happens. All right, it's not cool.
It's really fucked up. There's ship ninjas. There's a lot of like rape. There's a lot of butthole talk.
Yep.
You know.
I don't understand. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. So that's the only reason I'd give it a choke.
I would recommend it to. I'd recommend it to people that watch anime now, but yeah, with the caveat, like this did not age well.
Yeah.
You know, like this is like almost 20 years old now, and you know, it's not great. You know, or no,
No.
it's more than 20 years
It's
now.
almost
It's like
30
30
years
years.
old.
Yeah. So
Almost,
like
yeah.
definitely problematic, but like I said, there's a lot of stuff in here that you can tell like modern anime has borrowed from this era of animation,
Right.
and you know, like the tropes that exist here are like, you know, groundbreaking for the time 30 years ago, but like just nowadays it's just not it, right? We're in this world, we're trying to do different things and be a little bit better and not be so tropey all the time with a lot of anime, even though like you can use tropes, but they need to be really good if you're going to use tropes, right?
Right.
Like
What was
My
this
Hero,
trope then?
it probably wasn't. Or like, see, okay, I say that it probably wasn't, but everything that I've seen from the 90s is exactly like this, right? So it it probably was the beginning of the trope, but like I said, this is like the Casablanca of anime movies, where you can see that it was influenced by things before it and it influenced things after, but at the end of the day it's very cliche, it's very over the top in certain ways, and you know, just weird, not necessary. But you know, the action scenes are really good even though they're short. The animation, I love this kind of animation. That hand drawn kind of feel really reminds me of like Rurouni Kenshin and all that like stuff that I used to watch when I was younger. So if you've never seen this, go watch it. But be aware that it's tough. Like
It's a rough watch, yeah.
the rapes.
Probably don't want family members around.
No,
You don't want
the
anybody else around.
the rape stuff is really not good.
It's not
Like
good.
it's and it's not good because it's not necessary. Like
The Ninja
you
Scroll
can tell the
series-
story without it.
The Ninja Scroll series seems interesting to me just because it started in 2003, so you'll be able
10
to
years
see.
later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that sounds kind of neat to check out. But we'll
Yeah.
see. I wonder how much I gotta look into how much rape is in the fucking series, so I know if I
Well-
should tell my kids and wife to leave for a while.
Mm-hmm.
The part with Tasai, the stone dude, if they had dialed it back a little bit, it would have been fine for the plot of the story. But the Shadow Ninja Finger Blast did not need to happen.
Not at all.
No.
And wouldn't have he have got poisoned just by touching her?
I don't know.
Probably.
They
I
didn't.
don't
They
know,
Or
man.
did
they explained it very lightly throughout the entire
Yeah.
fucking movie.
And like again, like I would imagine because of stuff like that, where I'm sure a lot of the criticism at the time was like, I don't understand what happened. Now we had that era of over explanation in anime, right?
Yeah.
And it's a tough line in anime, especially to kind of deal with. And I mean, in all media, I guess, and anything you put out, movies, books, and all that stuff. Like, how much do you explain without just being an exposition dump, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's good things here, right? But not all of it is good, and it's not all coherent and one story straight through. Like this could have been two movies. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and it could have been a little bit different. You didn't have to do all the rape stuff. You like a lot of the stuff now where a lot of people outcry and they're like, "Oh, this is too kiddie," because you know the bad guy took the girl and like implied rape but didn't actually rape. Like you don't need rape. You don't need to get to that level. The implication is bad enough, you know.
Yeah.
But to like put it in there, like sometimes it makes sense for the development of a character, but in this the character was going to die, right? Like you knew that that's what was going to happen, and it just I don't know, it didn't
they-
really help that
They
whole story.
put it in multiple times. Like this is
Yeah.
just too much.
Yeah.
I
it was
don't
just a
need
lot.
that much.
It was a lot. It's just very like
Do you need
male
any,
fantasy shit.
Cody?
No, you don't. You don't need any. You're right.
You don't. You definitely don't. And it's
Definitely
not.
Don't.
It's a lot of the criticisms about like SAO right now, right? Where everyone's like, why is there always rape in this? It doesn't need to be like that, right? Like you can build characters and develop a character without that being the part of it. But you know, you know, you could debate it either way, that it is some necessary for some characters for you to experience that so you can experience them and like gain empathy and all that stuff, but like you have to be careful how you do it. And there's a way to do it by being gratuitous, there's a way to do it tastefully, and this was just gratuitous.
Yeah.
It seems like that's the go-to trauma
Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot of times. And my guess is probably more back then than would happen now with all the
They still do it. In chat, Nick said Goblin Slayer, and that's what
Yeah.
I was thinking too. Is like that
Yeah.
was I remember the controversy on Goblin Slayer when they're like fucking that scene happened, or like holy shit, Goblin Slayer is wild, and then it was like one thing that happened, and then I feel like it's just for shock value, and it's fucking.
Right.
Have you seen Berserk?
I haven't seen
No.
Berserk yet. No.
So Berserk has, you can watch the first season, but they turned it into 3 movies, and the whole first season / 3 movies is really good, and at the very end it's just like U-turn, like look at this shit right here, and it's a little bit disturbing.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those kind of moments where you're like, where the fuck did this come from?
Yeah, I feel like that's what they want, like that shock value, and a lot of the time it's not good. A lot of the time that shit's fucking just, I don't know, I don't like it.
Yeah.
But whatever. All right, so we got what, 2 chokes and a dope. I'm definitely choking it though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm moving to definitely to a low dope, because for anime fans who haven't seen it, I would say go watch it, but I would not recommend this to like a lightweight casual anime person.
No.
I wouldn't recommend. Yeah.
Yeah, be aware you about to see some shit that you might not be happy about.
Right.
Definitely an asterisk next to the recommendation.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I don't remember all those moments from the first time I watched it either.
Yeah, see that, and that's always the thing. Like, I feel like whoever hosts usually has a stronger dislike of it because of how many times they have to watch it. Like, the more you watch these things, like when we watched Promised Neverland, like I watched those episodes a number of times and I still liked it, right? But the more you watch something, the more you tend to pick out like what you don't like about things. Like, that's just human nature. But with this one, it was like by the second viewing, I was like, dude, what is happening?
I watched it once and I
really
was just
care.
like, fuck, dude.
Whew.
And I watched it with somebody who doesn't watch a lot of anime, so I was like, I'm sorry. I don't know what else you want me to tell you, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
I gave you fair warning, Cody.
You did. You did.
Yeah.
I fucked up.
Yeah. If you haven't watched this in a while either, go back and watch it now, and you'll see how you feel.
Yeah, see how your opinion differs.
You'll probably have your opinion skewed a little bit because of how we've been speaking about it, but it just, it could be interesting to go back and look at it, because it just doesn't age that well, and it's not the animation, it's the content.
Yeah, because the animation is... I like the 90s style.
I love this animation.
The only thing I had a problem with the animation was the fact that they had 3 characters who pretty much looked exactly the same.
The character designs are always rough from back in the day.
It was just those 3, though. The rest of them didn't seem bad and were fine. It was those 3 that all looked like Bakugo.
They all got to be pretty.
Yeah.
There's only one pretty face. Long and low.
Long and low. Long and low. You know what the crazy
Narrow
thing
and
is?
Angular.
The stupid... I know we don't give a shit about the Rotten Tomatoes, but this has a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, because if you watch it one time, it's great. You get a fully self-contained thing that you don't care about, because you'll filter out the shit you don't care about. You'll filter out all the gold stuff and all that shit, and it's just a guy trying to fight people and trying to kill someone that's like a revenge thing that he already killed.
Yeah.
But the second you start looking into it, you can see that it's like, this isn't meant for repeated
Why
watching.
did they need 3 reasons for Jubei to need to fight Genma?
I don't know.
Like, you only need 1.
Yeah. They actually, if you think about it, they gave him a 4th reason because he killed his fucking quote-unquote love interest.
Right.
So they're
They
like,
gave
all
him
right,
so many reasons.
you're still mad at him, remember? And you're like, he's been mad at him. Like, he cut his head off at one point. What are you talking about?
I feel like that last kill was more for us as viewers to show how much we should hate him. Because everything that he's done up until that point, we'd be like, I don't care. I haven't seen that. Right. But yeah, no, he killed this character that we just kind of like witnessed go through all this hardship and like deal with all these problems. Yeah, now I'm pissed, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's tough. Watch it one time, don't watch it again.
Agreed.
And then just keep it in your memory and say that was great. But
just say I'm more cultured because I watched old anime. That's all you gotta do.
That's it. Get your fedora on and just say I am a man of culture.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for joining, everybody.
Yeah, shout out to our first guest episode ever.
Shout out
Purdue.
Shout out Purdue, definitely. Thank you for joining. Thank you for covering absent members.
Yeah.
Fucking Kyle.
And fucking killing it while you're here,
Yeah,
this was awesome.
This was good.
It was a lot of fun.
Awesome.
All right. Shout out Poison. Shout out not Poison. Shout out Snake
Finger
Vagina.
Blasting Buttholes.
Snake
Hole.
Shout out
Slit Snake. Shout out Electric Wire. Shout out Dead Fish. Shout out Dead Ass Villages.
Shout out
Millions of Milkies.
Millions of Milkies.
Shout out Slit Snake.
Slit Snake. Okay, you can hit stop now. So now you want to Purdue. You want to save or export as wave, and then you want to save that one. Unless that's not how Cody wants it anymore.
Oh no, that's how I want it.
Yeah.
Give me it.
I need to make a new folder.
All right, and to all the people on Twitch, to the millions of people watching on Twitch,
to the
AKA
millions,
the 3 people checking us out on Twitch. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Yeah, we'll be back, and come to Shonen Sunday tonight. You fucks.
Yeah, one love.